we're here at the course. We're going to go through our practice routine. Like, how do we practice lefty? Putting, chipping, range, probably back to putting or chipping to end it, depends on how we feel. And this is what it looks like. Nothing too crazy, but just a little bit of insight on how we practice to better ourselves with the lefty swing, how to break 100 and just do the things that we've been doing for the last 50 plus days. So let's get it. So we're here at the putting green, and typically we take 3 pellets and we practice 4-footers, 10-footers, and then just like the long lag putt. So we'll go from here and really just try to practice this stroke. This breaks a little bit left to right, and practice the short stroke. And then we'll move to like 6 feet or 10 feet around here.
I thought you were putting down that hole.
You're all.
I was waiting for him to clear.
You're all good. Shared space. And then we'll go 10-foot putt. So this is roughly 10 feet. Should break a little bit from right to left. A little bit more speed. All right, and then we'll go to the longer putt. So let's go ahead and scoot back. We'll go like 30 feet, all the way back here. Let's get an idea of speed. So we'll putt through there. So we'll go with a 4, 10, 30 feet. Then we'll go back to 4 feet, and we'll try to make like 10 putts. 10 putts in a row from here, and then we'll move into the range. So that's kind of the typical routine. So we'll go ahead and go through that routine here, and we'll bore you through the process. But that's what we're looking at. What we're looking at doing. See you on the range. So next we'll go through range. We only have 7 clubs, but we'll go through sand wedge, pitching wedge, 7-iron, and cycle through that depending on what we're trying to work through towards the day or within that session. We'll hit a few right-handed shots. That's just naturally kind of keep the other part of the body moving. And then we'll kind of end on driver or wood. And then that'll wrap up the session. So we'll go through that cycle here, and then we'll go into the session. So with sandwich, we're just trying to get the feeling started. Probably hit 5 short ones, and then we'll go into 3 full swings and then switch the club. Just to get the body loose. Not really worried too much about how far they're going. Just the movements. Hit 1 more and then we'll go into full. All right, so as we move into full, this is where we adjust what we're working on. So recently it's been a lot of takeaway stuff. So if we're working on takeaway, we're really focused on isolating what we're trying to do within that takeaway, and then hitting the full shots, and then assessing it, taking a look, and then doing it again. So we'll just go through. And then we'll repeat for the other club. So we'll grab the pitching wedge, do the same. So like 3 short ones, 3 or 4 short ones, well, 3/4 swings, and then full. And a couple full ones. That's good one in on. 7 iron. So we'll go 7 iron. Typically we won't hit the 3/4 shot. We'll just go into it full. So again, what we practiced on last time is the takeaway with the 7 iron. Hit 3 of these. And then we'll move into the wood. So we'll go hybrid, and then we'll go driver. So we'll hit like 3 to 5 hybrids, and then move into driver. If we're working specifically on a club that day, then we'll obviously hit more. It's more of a generalized routine of just getting the body moving and trying to feel the right motions of the swing. So hit 2 or 3 of these. Tried it on a good one. Okay. Then we'll go driver. So if you've watched any of the videos, driver swing by no fault of the equipment, just, person, the one wielding the arrow, is usually at fault. But working on some takeaway stuff. Here we go. Usually limit this to 2, unless we're really working on driver, then we'll really focus on that. But we'll limit this to 2, and then move into that cycle again. It's not bad. I tried something different right when I saw you yesterday. All right, so then hit one more. So then after driver, we'll move back into the wedge, the 7-iron, and then really focus on the techniques, either takeaways or whatnot, that we're trying to work on for the day. So we'll work on that, and then we'll see you on the chipping range. As we go through, if we ever run into any issues, if we do remember to put the right-handed club in there, we'll make a couple right-handed swings. So we'll make a couple right-handed swings and then see you on the chipping range. It just keeps the body moving and then just remembering how to swing this way. Swing the club this way. And here we are at the chipping green. It's a relatively large chipping green. There's a bunker. You can go back as far as from here to there, which is about, I don't know, 55, 60 yards. If you've seen any of the previous videos, that's kind of where we practice the longer shots we want with the pin. But this is where we'll practice a lot of the chipping. So some days we'll just chip and not even go onto the range. Typically we'll just go with a 56. This is a straightforward chip here just to this pin. And then we'll hit one we'll scoot it back a little bit, hit a little bit more of a pitch shot. So you kind of see the larger area of the green, but that's typically what we do. We start with putting. We'll go to the range, or a flip-flop will go from putting to chipping, then to the range, but try to end on some short game stuff. And that's kind of just a generalized, if I have time to do a kind of practice day. If not, like 30 minutes of putting or, 30 minutes of chipping. Some days we don't go on the range, but yeah, that's kind of a little bit of insight of the breaking series and just trying to ingrain the feels of Lefty. Commit. They're not all good. They're not all good. See if we can hit one, elevated one. Here's the bunker. A little clicky. That rock out of the way. There we go. Ooh, nipped it too far. Oh, we're out of the bunker. That looks like the back pin opened up. We're about, let's say, 35, 40 to the back pin. So let's hit some back there. Well, short little chip shots, little pitch shots, about waist high. About waist high, hands really don't move in terms of up and down, just rotating it. Just rotating the lower body. Hands are along for the ride. All right.